Hi there, studio viewers, OldClassicGamer here, and I would like to talk something about the PlayStation Vita again. Some of you might saw my Facebook status about this, but I can now pretty much play any PlayStation 1 game on Vita. So let me just show you. First, for the sake of people who didn't see this in the past, I'm going to go on the PlayStation Store for a second just to demonstrate something. If the GOT team would load faster, there it is. Let's go on my download list. Let's scroll down. There's, for example, Crash Bandicoot 2, and as you can see, it says cannot download using a PS Vita system. I tried transferring it from the PS3, like connecting it and doing a system transfer, and it just doesn't want to work. For some games, it works. For example, Pandemonium here. I can't download that for some reason as well. I really don't know why, but you can pretty much just transfer a game from your PS3 to PS Vita when you connect it with a cable, and then you can install it. The ultimate proof is that Pandemonium, it's right here, and if I press start, it will work. But now I'm here to show you how can I play any PlayStation 1 game ever created. For that we need Tekken 2 and exploited save file. I already did it. I'm gonna make a separate tutorial on how to transfer a PlayStation 1 game on your PS Vita in correct directory and then access it with this exploit and play. Because if you try to start it from the PSP menu, it's gonna have glitched sound, but this way you can pretty much start the game in the PS Vita mode, like you see this application, and when you press the home like this, it's gonna be like this, and you get the point. So how do we activate this? We need to go in survival mode. We need to pick June. That's important. Don't pick any other character or else this won't work. And then we're gonna have random opponent to fight. It's Heihachi. Come on, come on. You need to now lose on purpose. I'm not making it up, so don't think I'm trying to fake something. I'm really not. Okay, I'm almost over. Come on. Just a little more. Yeah. I lose. And you press start, and the magic's gonna happen. You can see now we are in something called PSX loader, which is pretty much incorrect statement because this is PS1 loader. PSX loader would be more accurate for games that can also for the loader that can also load the PS2 games, because PSX was a console that played both PS1 and PS2 games. These games here that are named correctly are pretty much the games I have right here: Gex, Pandemonium, Tomba 2, Rayman 2, and Tekken itself. But you're gonna see I have also Crash 1, Crash 2, and Crash 3. I named them like this so I can find the title easier. You don't need to name it like their serial number, and I choose to name it like their actual names so I can find them easily and know what am I selecting. Credits for this go to Total Noob, who is also creator of TN, basically. TN, like, what I want to say is like that custom firmware, you know what I'm talking about. Then this Quick Razor 87 and Acid Snake. Those guys are the people that worked on this, so congrats to them for creating such an amazing loader and this exploit method. Without further ado, let's press X on Crash Bandicoot. And we're gonna see now it's loading again. Now the only downside is that every time you want to play a Crash game, unless you don't keep it like this and turn it off like this, you're gonna have to always go in Tekken and lose in survival and then access this menu. You can't like load it instantly. That's a little downside, but compared to what you can do after loading the game, that's nothing. So PS Vita, we all know it's region-free by default. There is no region restrictions. All PS Vitas look exactly the same in all regions. You can select all languages. You can pretty much use any account. No restrictions region-wise, but like that. But once you create your PlayStation Network account, you can't change the region, and you're forced to download the games digitally only in the region you created your PSN account. So you can't get Japanese games if you have a US account, unless someone licensed them there. Like you probably saw Tomba 2 here, it's on Japanese. Well, that's because one company licensed the game and made sure it's also available on a US PlayStation Store, because the US version of Tomba 2 has licensing issues, so the Japanese one was the only thing they could have done. So, I don't know. When we press, when we hold the home button, we can see they still think we're in Tekken 2, but we're actually playing Crash Bandicoot, so we're going to do a little demonstration. What I was saying is, I don't know why Sony is restricting Vita so much. Like, 3DS is more restricted, I'm not gonna deny it, because it's region locked completely. But what the hell is just the problem with Sony thinking that they can just restrict people and expect us to be okay? The one day in April, that's the closest thing we got to being free. Like when we could download all the games. But some people didn't have Vita back then. Like I didn't have Vita on that day when it was available, so I couldn't get Crash games. So this is the only way I can play them. Sony is basically denying my money. I don't get it. I'm ready to pay fully for all the games, but I want to be able to like get them on Vita, and I want to be able to choose the region. Like, why can't I download the Japanese games if I register a US account? Why can't they give me a choice? I don't know. Because this is my preference. I prefer Japanese Crash to US Crash. If you like US Crash more, that's your problem and that's your opinion. You are entitled to it. This is what I prefer. So no any, how to say, there shouldn't be any fights or something like what's better. Everyone has its own preference, and Sony is restricting me. DLC is also freaking horrible because DLC is region locked. So Vita is region free console. If I get Japanese game on disc and want to get some DLC, it's pretty much impossible for me unless I don't use some other account, unless I don't use Japanese PSN account. And switching accounts on Vita is freaking almost impossible. It is technically possible, but it's not worth it because you need always to format the memory card and the factory reset settings. It's way too freaking complicated. Why can't it be like, okay, you maybe need to restrict DLC and make it region locked for I don't know, some licensing issues, but why not make me an option so I can switch accounts like on the PS3? I on the PS3 have accounts from multiple regions because, for example, some friend, he lives in some other country, and he wants to gift me a PSN code, and I need to have the account from the same country. I just made an account from that country just to redeem that code, download the game, then switch to my main account and play the game. And that was okay on the PS3, but Vita, you don't have the choice. Like seriously, it's wrong. Why would they restrict users like that? And okay, I'm going to save right here, and we're in the map. I mean, it's really awesome experience. Now I can play Japanese, my favorite version of Crash 1, on the go, and this is the best method because PS Vita is really great system on the go. So definitely worth it. This is something I recommend for all Vita owners, and I'm actually going to protest and not purchase these games, with some exceptions. On PSN I'm still gonna purchase, like for example, Pac-Man World 1 on the release date of Ghost Adventures 2, so I can have my campaign of purchasing better games, just like Sonic fans did it with Sonic 1 on Sonic 4 release date, so I'm doing kind of same thing. Well, it worked for them, so maybe it works for Pac-Man, who knows. But yeah, so I'm not gonna purchase that many PlayStation 1 games because I'm restricted to it. Spyro games are not there as well, so I don't know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, just look at this enjoyment I have playing this. It works for all games, 100%. you just need to have the e-boot, like you probably already know what e-boot is if you own the PSP, because many people created their own e-boots and stuff. I can't find Japanese Crash Bash and Crash Team Racing, so I'm probably gonna create my own e-boots or something. Or I can just try. Well, Crash Bash is not available in any region, so yeah, I can just create any. I don't know, the first 3 games are the main one I prefer in Japanese. For Team Racing, I don't really care what version, and for Crash Bash, I kind of prefer Japanese because of the exclusive can music. But yeah. In the following video, I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to install the game. I'm going to be using Spyro the Dragon as an example. So yeah, pretty much you're going to be able to do this as well. Just make sure you have a Tekken 2, because that's the game you need. You can't just have any game from a PSN. Although, just to warn you, when you do this, don't play Tekken, because or if you want to play Tekken 2 for real, make a backup save file, because maybe even if you play something in progress in the game, they're going to override it. So then you can't go to exploit PS1 loader. Well, that's pretty much it. I did a little demonstration. I'm not gonna continue demonstrating, because that's not really the point of this video. So now, see, we'll just slide, and bam, it's over. I also have a method for installing packages from other regions, but they need to be DRM-free packages, so you can't really install full games, but they're restricting so much, it's ridiculous. Steam is the prime example of how the web store should be for digital items. You can go there and pretty much purchase anything. And if you live in some other region, just use a virtual private network or something, and you can then go and purchase there. I mean, it's simple. It's very easy, and I don't get why PS Store sucks compared to Steam. I mean, Sony, do something about it. Let me choose the region of what game I want. Make everything region free, like DLC and stuff. Or at least give me option to switch accounts if you can't do this for some licensing issues or something. Because Crash games are available in Japan fully. You can, if you have Japanese PSN as your primary PSN, you can get a Crash games, no problem. But America, for some reason, they suffer. I mean, Europe got it as well, but European PlayStation Network on the PS3, and the prices are fucking insane, so that's the reason why I own US account. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this was an example to show it's possible. Stay tuned for my upcoming tutorial on how to actually do this. Ja, matane.